Hey everybody, it's Chad from Six Blog. Today I want to do a video and talk about these. These are the MLD, or the Mountain Laurel Designs Light Snow Gaiters. I picked these up a couple of weeks ago with the intentions to use them in the cooler weather in conjunction with my ZPacks Rain Kilt, which is this contraption here. For the last few years, I haven't really wore rain pants. The only times I've ever wore rain pants is whenever I get to camp at night, and I'll wear them over my my down pants, just kind of help keep them protected as well as clean. But I do carry rain pants on cold weather hikes, but most of the hikes that I'm on aren't super cold. So what I'll do is I'll just wear a rain kilt. And I've always been okay just wearing just the rain kilt. Of course, my lower legs are still exposed and they do get wet. My pants legs and stuff will get wet, but it's not ever very bad. And the pants that I wear, they're Columbia Silver Ridge 2 pants. Not this exact pair, I've bought another pair about half a year ago, but I've been wearing these since I started hiking in 2009, and I've been very happy with them. They dry out super fast, and they're really, you know, they're just good pants for me. But anyway, one of the hikes I was on in January, I noticed one guy was wearing just some tall gaiters up under his poncho, and I thought, you know, that might be something that would go kind of well with this. And a couple of good things for me, from my perspective. Of course, it would keep my lower pants dry. I'm not looking to keep my shoes or my toes or anything like that dry with these, and I don't wear Gore-Tex lined shoes. But what I am something kind of a stickler for is I hate that whenever the very bottom pants legs, whenever they just get nasty, they're just muddy and wet and just nasty. So what I've actually been doing is wearing my Dirty Girl gaiters. They do a good job at keeping them clean, but of course they're not waterproof, so they still get wet. Still, like I said, they dry fast. It's not a big issue, but I thought, you know, that's something that I kind of wouldn't mind giving a try. So like I said, a couple of weeks ago I picked some of these up. I think they were $55 on the website. They shipped, I think, within a week is what they shipped in. I did go with the size large. Whenever I got them, they came with some extra shock cord that I could use on the bottom here. I ended up using something else. I want to talk about that for just a second. I weighed these without any shock cord on the bottom, just the shock cord around the tops, and they weighed 2.7 for the size large. After I've added this cord and a cord lock, which I'll show you in just a second, these come in at 2.9 ounces for the pair. Not bad, especially considering they're never really going to be in my backpack. If I'm going to have these with me on a hike, they're going to be on my legs. So it's worn weight, not really carried weight, but even if it was carried weight, 2.9 ounces for, you know, just below your knee gaiters isn't too bad. Of course, the material is E-vent is what they use to make it, and they're really simple, which is the reason I went with these. They're just basically a sewn tube. They have an opening at the bottom and at the top. At the top, they've got a cord lock that's sewn in. I don't know how well you can see that, but the cord lock is sewn in so that you can just pull on that shock cord and it'll tighten it up. Now, I will say that they've got some pretty thick shock cord here. I don't know what size it is, but it's really thick shock cord, and it's a really big honking cord lock. Probably cut some weight going with the smaller cord lock and smaller cord, and that may be something I do in the future. I don't know. That's just something I'm kind of throwing up in the air. And then, of course, the bottom, there's it's elastic at the bottom, so it can kind of fit around your shoes. There is a lace lock here. This just goes over the very farthest, or the lace down at the bottom of your shoes closest to your toes. I'll show you in a little bit. But it's just a plastic hook. And I actually like that better than the metal hooks on my Dirty Girls, I think. Just playing with it here at home, putting them on and off, I think they work better. It's easier to get them on and off, and they hold great. At least, you know, trying them out at home. And then what they did is they got two, on each side they've got just a gross grain loop. And like I said, they send some shock cord, and what they, you know, they expect you to do is just run your shock cord so that you can put these on, and then that shock cord can go up underneath there. However, I was kind of wanting something that was going to be stronger than shock cord. something that could take a little more abuse. So I actually went to Lawson Kline's site and ordered some of the Spectra cord. And after I ordered the Spectra cord, I sent Lawson an email and asked him, I said, you know, I bought some of your Spectra cord and this is what I bought it for. Just curious what your thoughts are on what might be the best cord for the instep on a gator. And he told me the Spectra cord would probably be okay. Of course, just to go ahead and say it, no cord is going to last forever. I don't expect any cord to, but I was looking for something that would be the best. And he recommended, or not recommended because he doesn't sell it at the moment, but he said that he used to sell some Vectrawire. And all it is it's just a cord. He said it's more cut resistant, more abrasion resistant than Spectra. So he told me, he said I'll just put you I'll just put you a little piece in on your order with your Spectra cord and just let me know how it works out. So he sent it, I got it in the other day and I've loaded it up and this is what I've got. And I don't know if the camera's picking up too well, but all I did is I tied it off to one end, I ran it through the other side, and I put a cord lock. Okay. Now this Vectra cord, like I said, it's supposed to be tougher, more cut resistant, more abrasion resistant than some of the other cords. So that's a good thing. Also, what I like about this is the way that it's braided is it's kind of a hollow tube. So whenever it's pulled tight, it kind of flattens out just a little bit. And what's cool about that is already this is going to hide in between my lugs of my shoes. So I'm anticipating it not to, get hit against every rock and root that I step on. It's going to be, shielded from the lugs on my shoes, of course. But having somewhat of a flat profile, I think that's even going to make it less susceptible to getting hit and everything. And maybe it will last a little bit longer. Like I said, these are the cord locks I added on. They're kind of big, but it is what it is. But the addition of this cord here and the cord lock brought these up to 2.9 ounces. So what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and put them on with my cloud kilt, and I'm going to reset the camera so that you can kind of see what kind of coverage I have, and just give you a little bit closer look at the cord around my instep. One other thing I didn't mention, these are, like I said, they're just a tube. They don't have a zipper, they don't have Velcro or anything, so you do have to put these on first before you put your shoes on. And I knew that when I bought them, but I was still okay with that. That's just one less thing to have to worry about failing, as far as I'm concerned. So I'm going to go ahead and get these on and I'll fix the camera, so hold on. Okay, you can see now I have the rain kilt on with the gaiters. As you can tell, there is actually, I don't know how well you can see it in the camera, but there is actually about an inch that is not covered between the two. But I'm really not anticipating that being much of an issue, just because the Cuban fiber kind of keeps its stiffness a little bit, and when I'm walking, my knees are going to be bending back behind me, so I don't think that that's really going to be an issue. But anyway, as far as I'm concerned, it looks like it's going to be pretty good coverage, and I'm really thinking I'm going to like this setup. But anyway, just kind of show you from the sides there, and of course the back. I think there's more opportunity for me to get wet from the back. Possibly. However, the back of my pants is really not much of a thing that gets wet anyway. So I want to get just a little bit closer to the camera and kind of show you some of the details around my foot area. Okay, so you can see here I've got the toe, well, the front hook. It's hooked through that front cord at the very front of my shoe here, and it's really easy to get on and off. I do like that. Like I said, this is all elastic, so it does pretty good. This is the side here that I have cinched down, and that's the remainder of the cord there. And the reason that I have this so long is because to get it on and off the shoe, I need a little bit extra so there's enough to slide over the heel when I'm putting it on over the shoe and all that. So all I do is just kind of cinch that up and then fold the remaining up underneath there, and I'm expecting that to keep it protected up underneath there. Of course, the back, there is no Velcro or anything, I do have Velcro on these shoes because I use these with my dirty girls, and I'm kind of debating trying to sew in a little piece of Velcro because I think that might help a lot. But I'm going to try them out, see how they do before I use them. So anyway, that's it. The Mountain Laurel Designs Light Snow Gaiters. I'm really looking forward to using them. I think that they're going to be a good part of my overall kit. I always wear pants, even in the middle of summer. However, with these, I'm kind of thinking about possibly ditching the short or the legs on my pants, because these are convertible pants, and just wearing these and seeing how that does. That way I can also go ahead and try to start checking out the cord. That's one thing I wanted to point out too. On these particular shoes, because of these ridges here, this cord is going to get some wear. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that does there. That's just with these shoes. Some of my other shoes don't have those ridges there, so they may do better with those other shoes. But anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing how they do. Anyway, have any comments, questions, just post them below, and appreciate you watching. See you next time.